Naturally, I rap better. That's the why I was clap counter. That's the reason why they be talking trash till I'm back better. Talking trash with Clico. I ain't the type to Biko. If violence was the answer, but now I'm righteous like Nico. I'm righteous to the fullest extent. Turn around like Miss Bullepin. The Bible study lesson was cool as heck, but I'm Julius there. This ain't for no questions or cool as shit like Miss Kessin. This ain't something that I had learned to pick from Miss Bessin. This a Cardiaso. This the reason I'm Gacho. If they was trying to shoot me, then they'll get shot like a hot tool. Pony out so clean, no matter who, like a box show. And they know the streets with Jews from the Alice Stew and the Cock Show. Even my worst enemy was like Polly Spool on Miss Schrott show. He got shot 54 times in the chest and heart like a knock toe. And then it was right there by the breast and smart like the Justice start. This the type of things you can say for fun if they glitz and guard. Taki out so clean, got Milbach to the best and bar. Ellis still the rap king, but he ain't violent like Des and Dark. But if he was rap king, Hessler Kanye like Hester Tanya, then they know the difference between Mr. Dark and Miss Beslin Banya. Ellis still the rap king, legend mogul. That's how I know. Rapping was for fun games. And everybody was Charlie Snow. Rapping was for fun games. Insults was never one thing. If people like the jokes, then they like the manner like John Thing. Taki out so clean go. They like it better like Bun Bang. Like everybody else on the Chikey counter like John Thing. If people like the Daco, they like the FICO, they like the Miko. Terrorize my life for another man is a Lyco Chico. If I was the Lord, you'll be just a scan on the Christly Keeper. You would be on the Poco or Mr. Plan on Miss Jacqueline Nita. Everyone was choco. Everything like a nofo. It ain't no love inside me for demon practice or mocho. With Tico out so climbing like Ika Daxis on Joko, cause his righteousness is power and life is power and no-co. We also kinka not show you. They ain't welcome for no show. And Piso probably also and they weren't welcome for Go Glow. And Pico probably also and they ain't welcome for Nazi Yoko Selcom on my Miss Rob and they ain't there on the Moshi Mosho. Ellie still the clinch car. If it's demons and if they men, turn them to the clutch car and hit them peeping like Ursly Ken. Pokey out so clean go and hit the demon like Ursly Benz. Hit them for the region and season like Mr. Berkeley 10. I don't feel the same rap. I don't feel nothing that they said. Turn around like chain clap and hit them crack on the head. Chalky out so clean go. I rap better than Boakley Bed. He can rap like Lil Stegan. I rap better than Jokelin Jed. Taki out so clean go. I rap so good I was Boaklin dead. They was hoping that I was somewhere else like a Noakland Fred. They was hoping that I was somewhere else like Miss Oakland Ped. If they tried to get me because I rap, it's Miss Doakland dead. Taki out so clean go. Just like that, like I openly said. Pokey out so clean go. You jealous head like Miss Jokerly Red. They trying to triangulate all my secret lagos to certain people. So they got the counter-slate anchor cargoes on certain sequels. So they can be interstate in the pargos with certain heaters. So they get the dynasty under gyros on Uckland Keeters. So they got me limited under things that I couldn't pass. That they place presented it under pains that I wouldn't last. So they just contingency under lanes that I wouldn't trash. So they have contrition under planes that I wouldn't blast. Pokey out so clean go. Have me limited under trash. So I couldn't go up above a vicinity under ass. Taki out so clean go. They want me there so I'm just their past. They don't want to hear my rap so they put up posties in front of Tast. Pokey out so clean go. Nothing osties in front of Jazz. Toki out so clean go. It's nothing find me in front of Bass. Pokey out so clean though. Just the tiny on just the mass. Anything they said was a puzzling guy me on Justin Bass. Pokey out so clean go. This was trying me like Usling Pass. Just for me saying that you was a Poco when you was giant. Taki out so clean go. I'm the one who was Jukanaya. They the ones who rap Lego, Takabako and Yukanaya. They the ones who rap leeches. Turn around like Miss Dap Leeches. If people like the war, then they like it better than app leechers. Taki out so clean go. Everything like Miss Jap Neechers. But Ellie rap for fun and guns and sport like Miss Nap Neechers. Everything was taco. It ain't what they been op show. It ain't none of their business about it in spite of who was the God show. But then they run in groups like Miss Padiasos or Chacos. Then they disappear from roots on Miss Adistago and Chaco. So I get the crock and glute in advance just like they do. Turn around like it's the plans to do their clans like it's the true. Pokiaso and Cuckoo and anything out show like it's does too. And anyone there like Miss Puzz Pooh when they get the gun Gary like just does too. I don't fear your terror or your Miss Cuz Pooh. I rap better than there under just does. guns rules. Takiaso, Klingo, and Paco. Kiss cuz I don't be a Stingo or Nacho. Cause I was better than the Clean Cook and Acho. They knew it when I was young, so they played it for the Pacho. And then they did all the sweaters with the Gacho. They switched me up like better than they hit her with the Acho. And then they metal was Petretta on the Pacho. They metal was Contretta on the Teta on the Nacho. Cause they was thinking I was better than the Bacho. They ain't even tell them I was never on the Nacho. And I was better and like forever in the Pracho. I'm better than they legend and they know it, so they got you. YSCISO and Kigo go like Miss Achu. Everything was there on a peekaboo like Miss Achu. Pong Pong ain't not you. Turn around like Miss Got You. They hated on my flow so bad they was under Miss Rachu. Rapping was the reason. That's what I am, and that's just what I do. They make up other seasons for Ella Scan like Miss S. Clambu. But if just with teaching and everything was like justice preaching, they would know the difference between Judy Art and Miss Cuslin Beecher. Takiaso Klingo. They don't know what was Guslin Meecher. They don't know the difference between evil angels and puzzling demons. They don't know the difference between Jesus statement and other skeeters. They don't know the difference between keeping babies and muslim peachers. Pokiaso Klingo, Jeeping JBs and jump like Jeepers. You don't got no chance of going to heaven if I was one of y'all teachers. Takiaso Klingo, if I were the one with the gun I neechers, I would tell them no thanks instead of going to the bun I beachers. Pokiaso Klingo, instead of saying I was just our teachers, I would say I was a man in the earth doing push-stop meters. Pokiaso Klingo doing nothing much but Augusta Geechers doing the best I can in the circumstance like me just not Nietzsche's. I ain't talking about those sets turn around like Bacho necks. Secretly, they doing Pino pole grips on cuts like Yeps. Secretly, they doing the Steno Pro lips on just our melts. Secretly, the mark of the beast was on milks like best our belts. So they got a niche with Takioso and Klingo by a natural situation for circumstances like Jikowa. Man, it's just unnatural. The desperation would just unfact you. Even if you listen, you hear the truth, you like bust unbat you. But I know the wisdom that's within you is the cuss I catch you. Meaning, if I rap, then you get it and then you understand. But if I don't, then you sit it and then you was the can. Takiaso clean on the bit it like Mr. Bust I Bang. I rap so good, I clean with the tritty. And that's Miss Just I Jam. Takiaso clean go ain't nothing better than Us I Pam. Intimacy was real hard, like good and love keeping like Us I Cam. But if you got intimacy, it's nothing there but Miss Rust I Pam. If all the people against the sea is understand like Miss Just I Jam. Pokey and so Nego. If they was there like Miss Us like Pam, ain't no other guy head figures responsible just like Cam. Takiaso Klingo, it ain't nobody else like Us like Bam. They was there on Seago and nobody cared like just like now. Takiaso Mingo, they can say what the West I Bam. They can say whatever they wanted to like Miss Gus like Clam. I'm the only one who was able to do the Gus like Crown, so I'm the only one who was cradled to do the Must I Bam. Pokiaso Klingo, I was gable like just I Jam. They have to break your spirit to see you glago like Us That Clam. They have to take your clerit to see you cargo like Us That Clam. They have to shake your lyric to see you model like Bust That Bam. Pokiaso Clean, they have to switch it like Us That Jam. They have to change my mind to another station like Us Like Glam. Take you out your Klingo unnatural. And then I say like Push That Pam. I rejected to the camp rule before this point like Miss Just That Ram. Won't y'all so Klingo rejected before this month I am. Before I got to the point where they made it prosper in just my craft. Takiaso Klingo, they couldn't be there because I math. Poliaso Klingo, they couldn't see her because I jam. Takiaso Klingo, because I'm there then, because I am. Because I was the step goat, then they was there like me just I damn. Before I can get clap code, before I was like me just I boko, then I had the roasto and everybody like Moda. Takiaso Klingo, before I seen him like Joe Dot, I had to rap to live for my health and wellness like wrong spot. Every time I rap, they be forcing me like Miss Charge on Dawkins. So I got the scrap on Miss Ordency like Miss Jocko Moslin. Pokiaso Klingo, it ain't no friends, ain't no enemies. It's just the circumstance of the prophecy and the beginning. Naniaso Klingo, the prophecy and the Skriniski. They got a way to see Prince without his draws on the Benespi. Pokiaso Klingo, that same thing obviously on his house. That's the way they did me. Like Janie Strago went on his cross. Before you knew it, turned out Miss Janie Nago was all his balls. Before he see it, Togo was on the Strago on Janie's dolls. That's the reason why. And they did the same thing with Keys and I, except I didn't bow to the whites and tell them easy now. Except I didn't tell them to do it better like Gina now. I didn't have the money to pay for sweaters like Leaning Pride. So I had to stay there, bury a grudge mentality. I had to sit back and just wait for something like Gladysty. There was no God present, but now, since rapping list has happened, it probably was a God in the sky the whole time, like Clifton Clappers. Pokiaso Klingo, it probably was like Miss Gislin Japless. Probably was the whole time, and he was just there like Islin Gappers. Probably sitting right there, long stretch, or obviously sitting dappers. Probably doing the thing with his gone get with the get like gappers. Ellis still the gone jet. Takiaso and Cone Click. No women will attack those who love and worship the moon stick. Pokiaso Klingo, no women was here like on Jake. I was doing my own thing and they was there with their own man. Pokiaso Klingo forever the way it's gone again. I don't need the space or the predator like Mr. Joan Jan, but they got to keep me on getter so they can mafia. If I am belittled, then man is larger than Geidy's sweater. Pokiaso Klino, if I'm this target, then I'm the better. Pokiaso Klino, if I'm the hardest, then I'm the deader. Pokiaso Klino, if I'm the largest, then I'm the sweater. I'm the judder. I'm there to peddle like Mr. Gardy's glitter. Adiaso Klingo, I'm the one that they hardly sputter. If I decide your life road and you was died like Miss Jardy Stever. If I decide your life ride and you was died like Miss Jardy Stever. If I decide your life ride and you was fried like Miss Body Better. Marioso Klingo, it's nothing bad like a Dottie Dutter. This the way they are in the afterlife to a tiny fella. Pokiaso Klingo. Holy words for a giant devil. They be saying things like Miss Proudy cuz on her Pauly's better. They be doing things like Miss Jolly does on Miss Jolly Skeller. They be saying things like Miss Bolly Puzz on Miss Bolly Speller. So they got incentives. You got a country, a government, policemen, military, gang members, and then some supplicants. Pokiaso Klingo, on the stuff that was jumping instead. Inciting and enticing a war with angels for Gupligate. Inciting and enticing specific results to see them happen. Wanna see me rap certain bars and cars like Miss Joplin. Wanna see me say certain things in bars so it's not the practice. So they got a way to constrain in cars like Miss Jacqueline Atkins. Pokiaso Klingo, Miss Jacqueline Atkins and all them gay. Pony So Bible and everybody like all these clay. Everybody there was Miss Jolly Nagos and Jolly Stay. Ain't nobody there in the Kingdom Progos like Ollie Mae. Pokiaso Klingo. Every Kelco is extra war. And then they told me they had the power to heal the extra store easily, like nothing, to turn it around like Miss Deslin Bohr. Turn it around so I think I was the child and she just the gore. Pokiaso Klingo, they turn it around to it's just the more. Turn it around and switch back the real solution like wrestling poor. All I got to do is say truth to truth like Miss Jekyll and Joy. And all they got to do is stay true to roots like Miss Bethlyn Bohr. Pokiaso Klingo, true to roots like Miss Declan Door. I'm unrelated factors to who your crew like Miss Eklund Carr. Man, I'm unrelated factors to who you do like Miss Jekyll and Jar, unless the military combine with them to stress the poor. Pokiaso Klingo, harass me up to caress the joy. Turn me into something I never was, so they just adore. Takiaso Klingo, turn me into Miss Fleshland Boar. Make it seem I'm illness when I was well like Miss Declan Door. Takiaso Klingo, these are the tales and the stories here. This the way it happens from day to day on Miss Gordy Glyph. If you live in righteous and save it all in the world today, you are seeing contritions in the plane of fall like Miss George and Day. Takiaso Klingo, you seen it's nothing for Gornish Glay. You seen it's seeing probably running for doing the right thing, like honest pay. You probably doing the right thing. They probably tell you like Dunnest Day. They hate to see you make it because they failed you, like Bunny's Bay. Money out so clingo because they held you like Dunnest Day. Without you knowing the truth of they son prevailing like Bodies Bay. Bodie out so clingo. I don't want it like Dunnest Day. That's why I'm other people that's in advance for Miss Goddess Glay. Yodi out so clingo. And I ain't know it like Bodies Bay. The weird part about it is I ain't show it like not this oil. I ain't glow it. I ain't say anything like Miss Oddie Spotties. I ain't owe it like we so Kenneth skate on Miss Donnie's Day. Only I so clingo. We ain't friends, ain't no type of way. Like she probably thought I was sweet when I was fruity like Doppler and Gay. Pokey out so clingo and I was newbie like Oplin Tay. These are words and phrases I've never used for like Boplin Bay. Never heard this shit in advance for nothing like Jacqueline Day. They forcing information and feeding aggressive like Doppler Day. ODI so clingo, they forcing stuff to my Opulence Day, putting me in mirrors up against some people like Doppler Day, putting me in smear up attention tickle like Doppler Day, putting me in clear of peaching features like Boplin Bay. Rap was dead when I made this one because nobody else had care. It's not possible for something like that to go on and then nobody else listen to a pissing like Miss Bolly Bear. And I was okay competition, like undoubtedly there, but not for violence, only sport and fun, like Miss Opland there. People like to make up rumors and stuff, and some is true. And they in my house, so this is against my will with the Comstich rule. I ain't know the Campbell's against the kill like Miss Dumpling do, but I ain't break no laws or no rules and Bibles like Bustlin Boo. So I said, okay, well, what's to survival like Dustlin do? They let it rest after Pony's so-called hardball eras like Sagani Matron on the Gessling Group. We so told Gessling Group. And so since it's over, then it's over, and that's just okay. We don't come back to no more for no Bestland Bay. It don't come heaven in the glow of Miss Tesla Tay. It don't say a thing about a row on the Bestland Bay. And if they jealous, then you'll know, because they got just the thing. Because if they jealous, then they careless like Miss Bestland praying. And if they jealous, they was hellions from the Desolate Day, because they was pestless on the bellion of Miss Treslin Stank. Why yo so clingo and real talk leanzo? And that shit don't bother me like bingo. Cause they be thinking like tingo and the ningo and the singo and the pingo. It ain't nothing but a ringo. And that's the real thing about it. Cause all these people hating and they lying on somebody that was real stouted. And they ain't have no incline like the Jill Dottie. If people angry now, wait until I see the real topic. Like Richie Asso and everybody was real prophets. Boom, boom, obsolete. Anything like a Jill Knockett. Cause I can rap better than you think like Miss Bill Bockless. I can rap so good that they still a hate if you King Cockley. Ellie on the top though. Everybody like Gene Joplin. I can rap that much, just that better like Mr. Bean Bucket. This all about the rap and the sweater. That's if you heard about it. All these people gang members, I was never that concerned about it. If you see the swang members, see it all like Miss Thang Killers. Every time the afterlight jump for speech, I be bang with them. Like Turkey out so clean go, turn around to Miss Jane to them. I have to say this stuff while they rappers don't like Miss Glenn Gliffer. Taki out so clean go, turn them up like Miss Dane Glickley. They forcing me into certain predicaments like Miss Dane Dippler. If it's games of Papo, then they did it like Jenga Jago. If they trying to set me up, they was killed like Miss Drain the Nacho. Pokey out so clean go, everything like Miss Drain the Nacho. Ellie rap the best out of all your Gaians like Plainest Pacho. Dennis.